So for this week's Rogue Wednesday, I could not resist the lure to try the Scarab God. It just looks like a lot of fun. And instead of going with a zombie tribal, which I don't think would be very good, I decided to do kind of a value creature, kind of reanimating value creatures, and then also put kind of a reanimation theme. And because reanimation plays well into the necrotic ooze combo, I put that in. And then also because we're playing blue and we can play like Whir of Invention and Trinket Mage and a couple other things that might get us into the Painter Servant and Grindstone combo. So I thought I'd try that out. There's a bunch of value creatures, like mostly just to draw cards. Like there's even Phyrexian Rager. There's Mole Drifters, kind of an auto include. There's a couple of looters, so you can discard things, so you can reanimate them, so that you're not necessarily just playing Buried Alive and then a reanimation spell. You might reanimate something else, like Razakath or Sheoldred or something like that. And you can reanimate these things with Scarab God as well. So I figured I'd give it a try. This is the best shell that I could think of for a Scarab God deck. And let's find out if it's any good. Alright, we got a game. We're on the play. Playing against Nissa. Hand looks passable. Probably a little slow. We'll keep it. You mulligan to 6. Need 2 islands to play this click. Hopefully he's not off to a lightning start. And that's pretty fast. I'm gonna get the Watery Grave now. Another land is not what I wanted. Probably just playing Nissa this turn. But he might be playing more ramp. Okay, more ramp. I think I want to click on his draw step. Depending on what we draw, you can't attack with a Tribe Elder. Shriek Maw. I still think I want to click. I want to make sure he doesn't have anything to do with all this mana. If he has some payoff spell, the chances of him drawing either a land or a ramp spell instead when we click him is pretty high. And he could just draw another payoff spell, but it could be a more expensive payoff spell. He could have 2 payoff spells, but not much we can do about that. Yeah, like Acid Moss, I think we don't really want to deal with. It doesn't. I need to start screenshotting that. I always forget that it. Alright, he plays Wood Elves and then Nissa. We should have a turn before he can flip a Nissa. We're gonna attack. Are we gonna attack? Yeah, we're gonna attack. I don't think I... I guess the creature is the worst. I mean, we can kill the creature. But... Alright. So he gets to flip Nissa next turn, no matter what. We can make him replay Nissa, draw a land out, and then he flips it, or he just flips it. I don't know what we want a demonic for. Do we want to wait and get like a combo kind of thing? Let's attack. I don't know if there's anything that really messes him up. I think we'd rather go for a combo piece once we've drawn another combo piece or another tutor. So we'll just... I think we actually cast the Shriek Maw. Kill Nissa. It eats up his mana quite a bit. He draws a card from it, but he can't protect Nissa. Not from all these creatures. And he was going to be able to flip Nissa no matter what. Alright, 4/4. So he doesn't even draw a card. So we can't block this. Should we send 3 at him? That can... Oh, we actually can get an... I didn't realize I didn't have an Underarm Sea in play. Alright, same difference. Let's go ahead and play the Scarab God. Keep Ulcerate up. I think we might Ulcerate Nissa when it comes down. Just to prevent him from drawing a card? Is that really that good? Did he finally draw some business? Alright. What we got here? Lignify. Alright. I'll block. So anything this gets now. We don't really have enough mana. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we get 5 mana this turn. And we can Mole Drifter, Murderous Cut, Gray Merchant. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not really enough to kill him. Yeah, Liliana just makes a discard. What else? Oh, we can't Fatal Push. We can... do that. That takes us off of Gray Merchanting next turn. Maybe I shouldn't have cared about that as much. Just really want to keep him from drawing. Unless we draw a land. So, so it's just 4 for the Gray Merchant. He'd have to, even if he doesn't block here. We can't do enough damage. Alright, let's let go. I don't think he can play Nissa and flip it. He might be able to play Nissa. Oh, he's got an Eldrazi here. Alright, World Breaker. Alright. We actually need to draw another land now. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, because I do want to draw another land. Disciple of Bolus. Where is its power? He can mouth Aronum? No, he can't. Yeah, he can. He can mouth Aronum or Shriekmaw here. No, let's force him to. He can get it right back, but then like his mana is so restricted. What do we got going here? Green Sun Zenith for 5. Acidic Slime? Alright. Oh, because the Creeping Tar Pit kills him. Not directly, but in a couple of turns. I will block. Man, I got him at 5. I really want to go in for the kill. I actually cut the Massacre Worm that would kill him. I didn't choose for it to go to my graveyard. I don't know what happens because it doesn't have the ability. So I think it actually would just stay in my graveyard. Alright, what do we want here? We could just get part of the combo, couldn't we? But he can kill a Painter's Servant. We could just get Buried Alive and then get the other part next turn. That seems fine. Do we want to... Can he mess with our hand? Let's not let him know that he needs to. He does probably have Thought-Knot Seer in his deck. Gonna kill our Thought-Knot Seer. That's fine. Just Nissa? Is this... Alright, it's Nissa. Alright, not worried at all about that. Not worried about anything he can do this turn. It looks like we win. Normally a Sidisi deck would do a better job. It's really hard for Sidisi or Nissa decks to mess with what Sidisi's doing. This deck isn't as combo centric. Dust Bowl not great. I guess it doesn't matter. He doesn't have enough mana to do anything with it. Buried Alive, and then it doesn't really matter what we pick. We want Reanimate cost us life, but it doesn't really matter for life. We'll just let's see if it puts them in order this time. So if we pick this, this, and then Necrotic Ooze, does it put them this? Phyrexian Defiler should be in the middle, and then Necrotic Ooze on top. Nope, it doesn't put them. It put them in reverse order, but I think it's still random. Alright, we win. Oh. Came pretty close to just outright killing him. He put up a wall, but then we were able to combo off. So that's kind of one of the nice parts about having the combos in the deck. Got another game. We're on the draw. Playing against Anafenza. So a graveyard hate strategy. That's fun. There are a few ways around it, but we'll see if we can find them and work them in. I mean, our hand looks great because we have no lands. Well, one land. This looks pretty playable. I'd rather have a land. I think we can just like... Well, Anafenza interrupts our combo. So does drawing that. So, play the Ancestral Vision. Say go. Because this is non-token creature an opponent owns would die, or a creature card not in the battlefield would be put in an opponent's graveyard. So that counts for Buried Alive. Buried Alive does nothing. It exiles 3 creatures if Anafenza is in play. Can we draw a land? I guess that kind of counts. So, instant or sorcery does get us Whir of Invention. We're talking a pretty mana-intensive way to combo off, though. If that's what we're planning. Oh, Oracle Modiah. Okay, not a land. That's good. Has he got another one in his hand? Nope. Okay. Verdant Catacombs. Let's play it. I don't know if we want to like Fam Tutor, Mystic Tutor on his end step. I think we'd rather, I don't know. I want to crack the expedition map no matter what. We're getting a couple cards in a couple of turns. So Cavern of Soul on top, that's pretty good for him. I mean, we're not really a combo spell deck. What's it, human? Probably human. And another land on top of his library. So that sucks because he's ramping pretty hard. Polukranos, huh? Now you can't yet cast Polukranos. Oh, wait. No. No, we can't. We can't create green with our mana. Colorless, colorless. Colorless. Sword of Feast and Famine. Ouch! Well, I guess we can discard Phyrexian Devourer. That's the upside. But the Sword of Feast and Famine is not something I'd like to see. Do we have anything to deal with that? We don't really. If he doesn't play Anafenza, which he'd be a fool not to play Anafenza, then we could actually go off. I think. I really should put Toxic Delusion in this deck. I mean, you're not putting that in your graveyard, so I don't know why you put that on that. Alright, what do we want for land? Coffers doesn't do anything. Ancient Tomb, Wasteland, Urborg, Scavenging Grounds, Creeping Tower Pit. Ancient Tomb plays us a 5/5. But that thing has pro black. It's probably not the end of the world. I don't know. Let's grab it. Let's play Watergrave tapped. Alright, well that's half of the combo, isn't it? Can we just go off here if he taps out? We would need to... We would need a lot of luck. So... It's 6 mana, isn't it? So we need a land. But we're drawing 4 cards next turn. Let's just say go. That's going to make him suspicious. But I can't cast anything if I'm going to cast this Vampiric. Okay, that's not on his. That's not in his hand. And there's not a land on top of his library. So we take a bunch of damage. We discard Sidisi, Mystical Tutor, I think. Sidisi just tells him that we could have played something. I guess it's just a tutor, a really expensive tutor if you don't have any other creatures in play. looking for you to tap out. Please tap out. Although if he plays something super good that affects the board right away, looks like he wants to use all his mana. That's 7 mana though. Jeez, that's a lot. So blue mana in there. Flukernos. Oh, he needs the 2 green. I think we still go for it. We might draw a counter spell, especially a free one. Where is it? Grindstone. Oh, it's right there. Got a black and a white mana. So there's a lot he can do. I don't think we can afford to let him untap. We're actually dead next turn if we didn't put something in the way, and then he'd probably kill it. He's drawing a heroes. Yeah, so we had to go for it this turn. If he has a way to interact with it, we're dead. All right. Way too close. Looks like there's no Eldrazi in his deck. Oh, is it making him do this? It's kind of funky. Nice. Swords of Plowshare. It's weird that it's making him do this. I can't see the number in his deck. I don't know why it started doing it normal and then stopped doing it at some point. But we won through Graveyard Hate and Beatdowns. Like, we were almost dead. And a Sword of Feast and Famine we just comboed off. That's the nice part about having both of the combos. Is you have some selection, and if you're playing against Graveyard Hate, you can go for the Painter's Servant combo. And we win. Got another game. We're on the play. Playing against Captain Sisay. These are some of the most awkward lands ever. I don't think this is keepable. And there's only one land here. Alright, this is passable. Yeah, that's probably a card that we want. At least we get to draw a couple cards here. You got a Mana Elf. Alright, the same difference. Except I can't kill it. Alright, Thalia sucks. Why did I have to draw that? Oh, that's awful. Alright, we're not blocking Thalia. Letting him untap with Captain Sisay is super bad. We might have to let something go to our graveyard. I don't know if we can. We need like a fetch land or something next turn. I don't know what's taking so long. There's not really anything he can do. It's just a 1/1 coming at you. Alright, I will be back when he comes back. Alright, he's back. Don't know what that was all about, but... So we're praying for a fetch land here. So, because untapping with Captain Sisay is just the worst. Chosen color is green. Is he casting something for 5 mana? Alright, there it is. And we can't even play that. I doubt he's going to take the bait. Alright, he took the bait. You can just cast it again. He has a land. He has a land. I don't mind having the Phyrexian Rager in my graveyard. Oh, jeez. That sucks. We have nothing we can do about that. Oops. So missing a land drop hurt us pretty badly. Oh, that sucks. And Thalia hurt us pretty badly. Mirari's weak. We can't do anything about. That's not great for us either. Missing another land drop. Jeez. We can animate dead Moldrifter. I think think we have to. We're almost certainly, like, totally dead here. We could get a sorcery with personal tutor. I don't know if that's very good. I think I'm going to, between this game and the next one, I think I'm going to cut personal tutor. It's been bad. And add toxic deluge. I mean, technically personal tutor can get toxic deluge, but I just don't think... Oh, he got Ulamog. We're just gonna... Come on, go away. We're just gonna move on. And I'm gonna make that change. Alright, so we got another game. We're on the... draw, sorry. And this hand looks pretty keepable. Yeah, we'll keep this hand. Playing against Leovold. Ugh. I don't think that's really winnable. Like, we rely so hard on drawing cards. It's kind of the strategy that we're playing. And I don't think we're going to have much luck here. We could gun down the Dryad Arbor with a Walking Ballista. If we play Looter, then he just plays Leovold, and we're in a lot of trouble. Green Sun Zenith for 1. Oh, this is just so bad for us. I assume you want Deathrite Shaman. No, Birds of Paradise. Alright. I think I do want to do that. Looter Accord just doesn't do anything. Not against Leovold. And let's... Yeah, we'll kill the Dryad Arbor. I guess the birds is better color selection. Is he not playing Leopold? Okay, he is playing Leopold. It wouldn't have mattered if we had killed the Dryad Arbor or the... Can I get something that's not a land? I mean, I guess we'll play the Looter Cooler. It doesn't do anything, and we actually actively don't want to attack with it. That's not a May ability, and we can't block with it. Oh my god. Alright, we're so dead. Jeez. Alright. I'm going to hang in for a little bit longer. I knew though when I was building this deck, I actually thought about it. I'm like, this deck is going to be so bad against Leovold. Um, it's just sometimes you build decks that are bad against. All right. I'm going to pay some life for that. Alright, it's not countering it. That's a good sign. Alright. We can always bring a Sisay back if we can get Scarab gotten into play. I imagine he's just replaying Leovold. Yep, there's Leovold. Not a land. This is all gas. I think we're about dead anyways. I think it's pretty close to... Yeah, okay. It's actually better in my graveyard than it is in my hand. Oh, jeez. He's probably got a kill spell for it. I mean, he hasn't needed to use any kill spells because who cares about the looter? So, chances are we're just dead here. Blue and green. Not sure what he's playing here. Alright, there's black, black. Alright, we're moving on. Alright, we got another game we're on the play. Playing against Queen Marchesa. There's no black mana in her hand. I think we have to mulligan that? I don't know. Like, these are all black spells. I think we have to mulligan this. I don't think we can keep this either. Alright, I guess this is going to have to be fine. We don't want Sisay. Discard spell? Jeez. To mulligan to 5 and then get hit by a turn 1 discard spell. It's just super unfortunate. Alright, I can see why you went on to do that. I'm not sure it's correct. Jeez. Always got to draw that. Not sure why he tapped mana there. Alright, Jace is probably going to die. Jace is totally going to die. And he plays Queen Marchesa here. I think I want to reanimate Jace. It gets rid of the animate spell that could get us the Noxious Gearhulk. Yeah, I think I still... He probably just kills it again. Queen Marchesa decks are loaded with removal. Yep. Not surprising. Doesn't play a big role, but I'm not going to sack this just so there's one extra land in our deck. Alright. I'm going to do that on his turn. I think I'll actually take 3 damage just to do it on his end step. The least amount of chance. I'd like to be able to get through. Pulse rate is an instant, right? Alright, nothing I can do about that. Alright. Come on. I actually cut down on the higher end of the mana curve to avoid this kind of thing. And hasn't seemed to have mattered. Maybe if we had actually been able to keep that Jace in play, but that's not... You can't necessarily expect that kind of thing. You want to play like a critical mass. And right away I'm going to Put it in my graveyard instead of my command zone so I can get it back. He can jump it. Yeah, he jumps it. So we're at 15 damage from this thing. So we're dead next turn. Nothing I can do. We're just plain dead, aren't we? Alright, we're dead. Can't do anything about that. It's a bad draw. It's a mulligan and then, you know, some bad draws. It happens. Got another game. We're on the play. Playing against Rafiq of the Many. Yeah, I mean, with the expedition map, I think this is pretty keepable. Not looking to spell pierce anything right away. I'm not sure what we want to get with the expedition map. He's probably got counter spells, so maybe Cavern of Souls. I don't know what we name with Cavern of Souls. Maybe we just want to. Is there anything more valuable? We could just name God and not worry about resolving the Phyrexian Rager. We've got plenty other turns to draw lands. I don't think there's anything, like, I don't think we need Ancient Tomb. Let's just get Cavern of Souls. Don't want to expose Cavern of Souls to a wasteland. Alright, we drew a card. I wonder if I should have an artifact land or two for the Trinket Mage. Could have potentially named Human. What do we want here? I think we still want the grindstone. We don't have the other piece of it yet, but we can probably find it, or a tutor or something like that. Let's go ahead and grab it. Maybe we should have played it. Nah, we want to keep the spell pierce up just in case. Alright, Maze of Ith. Maze of Ith doesn't cast Rafiq. Jeez is pretty good. Selected to go to my command zone, or my graveyard instead of my command zone. Looks like he might be missing a land drop. That's pretty unfortunate if that's the case. Alright. Sakura Tri-Builder? Birds of Paradise, okay. None of those are zombies. We'll play Jace. We'll attack. Jace gets us a Shieldred next turn. Naturally. I'm gonna... No, not that mana. I'm gonna play the Grindstone. It might serve as a useful distraction. No, he probably just wants to play the Rafiq, but I'm... Alright. I don't think I need to do that right now. Let's draw first. Alright, let's make a 4/4 Shieldred. Do we get a spell pierce or something? I don't know if it really mattered there. We probably could have not spell pierced that and just let him keep his Bird of Paradise. All right, we win. I think we win on damage pretty much in a couple of turns. We can ulcerate the Rafiq, so he missed out on land for quite a few for a couple of turns, and that definitely cost him. But that happens. It happened to us, and we just kind of won with a beatdown and reanimation plan, getting Shieldred back. We could actually tap Jace on our upkeep and get Moldrafter into our graveyard, and then reanimate it with Shieldred. Actually, as a target, you have to pick it at the beginning of your upkeep. I don't think that does work. All right. Either way, we win. That was cool. Got another match. We're on the draw. We're playing against Gonti, and I don't know. This is... I mean, we got Grim Tutor into Necrotic Ooze, so I guess we'll keep it. We might get discarded. Or we could just draw Phyrexian Devourer again. Just keeps happening. We draw on Walking Ballista a few times too, but it's much easier to deal with drawing on Walking Ballista. Alright. Be nice if there was a way to make him shuffle his library or fate seal him or something like that. I don't know what he's going for here. So we've drawn the Phyrexian Devourer, and we don't have a way to discard it yet. Do we want a Grim Tutor for what? Collective Brutality? I don't think we're doing much else. Let's look at what's in our library. I don't think Buried Alive is going to be good enough at this point. Maybe we should have waited for another combo piece. But Collective Brutality, like, might be pretty good. Is there anything else that lets us discard right away? That's something I might want to do. Instead of these looters, which you have to wait a turn to discard, maybe something that lets you discard away would have been right away, might have been a little better. Oath of Jace or the new creature. Let's go with Collective Brutality. It lets us look at his hand. I mean, we could play the 6-mana creature in a few turns. Alright, so he got Phyrexian Arena. Target opponent, discard this. Myers Toll. Or Go for the Throat. Not really worried about the Go for the Throat. A little bit worried about the Phyrexian Arena. At this point, we could just draw, like, we could tutor directly for the Walking Ballista. Well, that's pretty good. You know, we lose our creature to Go for Throat no matter what. Thought-Knot Seer next turn's pretty good. I think we want to get rid of the Gonti. I don't know, we can, that lets him play it again. Maybe I should have played the Scarab God? I don't know. Let's not worry about it right now. Maybe he'll go for his throat, the Baleful Strix, and then we don't have to worry about him doing that to the Thought-Knot Seer. Alright, doesn't look like he's interested in that. We'll take 2 damage. So there's only one non-land card, or non-creature, non-artifact card in our graveyard. So let's cast it. Oh, no, let's not cast it. Oh, because then it exiles it. We actually have to, that's pretty stupid. We can put it back in our graveyards. But it's not a good idea what we did. I can use it to block Gonti, but I don't think I want to. I could end up exiling an important card. He might just be holding on to my Walking Ballista. Alright. Alright, Trinket Mage. Not too worried about that. And Social Vision is 0. Alright, we didn't lose anything important. We should have just let him... make us discard the Corpse Dance. I'm going to play our God. I don't think anything else really does anything. Hopefully we can get him to play the Go for the Throat. We definitely don't want to use this ability on the Devourer. Alright. It's interesting that he's not blocking, or he's not attacking. Play the Rager. Hopefully draw a land. Alright, we drew a land. I don't think I want to give him... It's basically a loot. But we get to pick his best card. I guess it's kind of like, yeah, I think it's probably worth doing. We get Urborg, Ancient Tomb. But it's kind of like a Vendilion Clique. Like, we get to take his best card, and then he gets to, kill it. But then we get to take a removal spell as well. So I think it's worth doing this. We can always get it right back. Oh, we got Baron more, so we can cycle. We've probably seen these swamps. You gonna cast the Go for this road now? 6 mana. Okay. Oh, it's just this. Target player discards a card. And then Barrenmore and Swamps. Okay. Scarab guy goes back to our hand. He still has one of our exiled cards. I don't know what he's holding on to there. Still not attacking. Doesn't want to trade 2 damage for 2 damage, and I don't blame him. That's a lot of mana. Force of Will. Oh, he's playing my Force of Will. Alright. Alright, that's fine. I think these 3 are fine. He'll make me just discard Shieldred, I guess. I don't know if that's even what he wants. Yeah, okay, he makes me discard Shieldred. Each player's upkeep. Wow, okay. It's an interesting card. Why did... Because he countered it. It's in my graveyard. Oh, why don't I fix that? Oh my god. That's so awful. I didn't expect that, so I didn't change the mode. And now I'm kind of screwed. Do I want to... I guess the colors don't really matter. We'll say God. I call that a Magic Online fail. Yes, I did make a mistake there, but it's not a very intuitive mistake. Especially playing against a black player. A mono black player. It just doesn't... Like, why would that come up? But it did. But maybe you can learn from it. The other thing that's interesting is that a replacement effect, like Anafenza, it would actually send it to exile if you said send it to your graveyard instead of your library. Alright, so I don't get to do anything with that card. Vampiric Tutor is basically just a dead card. Alright. Actually, no, I can... Because I'm going to discard it anyways. What do we want? think I want to reanimate. Can I just animate dead it? And then I'll have plenty of mana. Let's grab animate dead. Stupid playing around. I don't want to reanimate Shieldred because it gives him Gonti back. I might very well want to reanimate Shieldred on his upkeep. Or on his end step. If he doesn't kill Gonti right, or Scarab God right now. In which case I'll probably, I don't know, Thought Knot Seer. Alright. Oh, he sacrificed. He forced himself to sacrifice a creature. That's interesting. Alright. I don't know if we want... Maybe we just want Baleful Strix back as a 4/4 flyer. Actually seems pretty good. Just letting him Gonti over and over again because of Shieldred doesn't seem very good. I guess we don't get to keep the card. It's still a 4/4 flyer. If it's an instant, we can cast it. It's still hard to go wrong here, I think. What are you returning? Alright. We need this to go to our command zone, not the graveyard, because of the discard. Right, we dodged that. So we can replay our Scarab God. And now we want it to move to the graveyard instead of the command zone. Attack for 4. He's gaining life from the Pristine Talisman, which is a little annoying. Do we want to reanimate anything now? Do we want to stop on his draw step and reanimate Thought Nuts here? Wretch Mind, read the bones. Let's get rid of read the bones. He can Wretch Mind me all he wants. And then he loses 2 life here. And we scry 2. Do we want this wasteland? Gets rid of the Cabal Coffers. But he's still got 9 mana. I don't think we do. Oh, reanimate doesn't do much, does it? Can we kill him? No. Because he can just block. He can't block the 2/2, so we get in 6 damage, but then he gets Gonti back. Maybe we wanted to get rid of the, we'll just attack for 4. I don't really want to give him Gonti back. Do we reanimate something? Because we can't. We could just reanimate the Necrotic Ooze, and it gets like infinitely big. I think he's pretty close to dead here. On his end step, we can make him sacrifice. We can play the Executioner, make him sacrifice a creature, and then it doesn't matter as much. Because he can't replay Gonti from there. Did he draw some miracle spell? That's a pretty good spell. Alright. We can reanimate Sheoldred when he goes to kill the Scarab God. A lot of mana. I think he can kill all our creatures. Do we care about the combo at this point? Alright, we got rid of... I think we really need to kill him to the face. Make these creatures pretty awful for him. And then let's play the Devourer. Does he have a way to draw a card? We exiled the Read the Bones. Oh, he can kill the Thought Not Seer. That's a way to draw the card. Or play a Hedron Archive. What did you get? Just Damnation? Alright. So the Baleful Strix is the only one that can be Fatal Pushed? Because he hasn't lost anything on his side yet, has he? Oh yeah, no, he sacrificed the Hedron Archive. So it doesn't matter. So we want to keep the Baleful Strix around. So I guess we'll kill the Phyrexian Rager. It does... Oh, he did it to himself. Okay. Alright, and then... Alright. He's going to have to discard that card on his next upkeep. Oh, shoot. I have to discard it, don't I? So we want Command Zone instead of Graveyard. That sucks. One mana short of being able to activate it. Let's hope he can't kill it. Has he got a way to kill it? Jeez. Alright, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's going to a Command Zone no matter what. He's going to Gonti us. I probably should have got that Wasteland and killed his Cabal Coffers. I didn't expect something like Yawgmoth's Will. I think we need one more mana than this. And hopefully he can't find a way to kill it. He's top decking. He's top decking 2 cards, and he's got this card. So he might have already had a way to kill it. This is an interesting deck. God, jeez. We might have actually wanted to put that to our hand. We might have been able to recast it. We're losing that anyways. Man, he's going for it, huh? I definitely should have gotten that wasteland. Alright, we can't cast anything. A really smart play on his part, going straight for the Phyrexian Arena. I'm pretty sure that's what he Imperial Sealed for at the very beginning of the game. Alright, 2, 3, 4. We probably could have waited on this. There's no reason to do that. What do we want here? Nothing really. I mean, I guess we can hack negation a kill spell. Yeah, let's do that. Force him to have 2. I mean, it only lasts for a turn. I should have countered that probably. Oh, he's doing Venser. Alright. I definitely should have countered that. Alright, it's command zone instead of graveyard. was thinking I need to counter a removal spell, but I don't think that was correct. I should have just countered. I probably still would have had to deal with the removal spell. Was that my own necromancy? Alright, there's no sense countering that. Man, he has done a great job of dealing with the Scarab God. Because he can't deal with it once it's in play. He missed a pristine talisman activation or two. Yeah, okay, now he realizes it. Of course. That's actually pretty good. I don't know, it seems a little vulnerable to removal. We're just dying to the Gonti here. I'm going to sack this. I don't want to draw land if I can avoid it. Alright, Jace. Doesn't really do a lot. He probably just has removal, but same thing happens to Jace, same thing happens to anything else. Same thing happens to Creeping Tar Pit. Maybe we can run him out of removal. Alright. Oh, that's going to be tough for him. Oh, I should have done something there. Maybe I should have draw step clicked him. It's a lot of mana. Please be an instant, sorcery, or enchantment. And lose X life? No. we want the Executioner or the Disciple? We don't really want to sack creatures. Let's get the Rager. It's a little dangerous drawing a card and losing one life. And let's get the yeah. It's a 3/3 is a 3/3 is a 3/3. I don't know if we really want either of these. Wow. I made a couple of mistakes there. One was kind of a game mistake, or like a client mistake because of the ways the zones work and commanders, and that was really weird. And then I should have counterspelled the necromancy. That definitely was incorrect. And then, but we still managed to wear out his removal. This Gonti deck, while very good, has a lot of trouble dealing with the Scarab God. He did mention that he should have gotten a Bajuka Bog, and there's actually not one in his deck. And he fixed that. But it was a really interesting match. That was a lot of fun. So what did we learn? We learned that the adding blue to the Necrotic Ooze and Painter Servant combo shell is actually pretty interesting. You get Trinket Mage, you get counter spells, and you get Whir of Invention. There's probably a few other things you can do. So it's actually a pretty interesting shell. I don't think the Scarab God is necessarily the commander you wanted for that. It does give you a couple other ways to win, as we saw. Sometimes you can just win with beatdown. But I think you probably want more of a controlling shell where you've got more removal. I think more removal would be much better, but then we're cutting creatures. And more discard would be better, but then we're cutting creatures, which makes the Scarab God not as good. So maybe playing another commander, but unfortunately there really aren't any good Dimir commanders, pretty much at all. And definitely not ones that play into that kind of strategy. Maybe one of the Dragonlord Silumgar. But they're both 6 mana. I don't know if they're really what you want to be doing in this format. So maybe Aloro adding white might be an interesting shell for this combo. It would give you Enlightened Tutor, which gets either of the Painter Servant Grindstone combo pieces, and then just play a controlling combo deck that way. And maybe I'll try that at some point in the future. But for now, this was fun. We didn't really beat many of the established decks. I don't think we beat any of the established decks, and I think it would be hard to beat the established decks. This deck seems to work better against the rogue strategies, which is fairly common for rogue strategies. The established decks are established for a reason. We're trying out new things, and it can be hard, and it just doesn't have enough removal or discard, So that actually was one of the the downfalls. The creatures were pretty good, but it was a lot of fun. So thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good night.